What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Dirty Degens. I am your degenerate host, Josh, and tonight we're going to have a good old time. We got some big meme coin movers, most notably SPX 6900, reaching the stratosphere on the rocket to the moon. Meme coin season is here. I'm telling you, it's coming back, and it's coming back with full force. We've got several big movers, and they're all memes today. So let's dive into the current market, what's going on there, and most notably, what's going to move next. That's what we really care about after all. Jumping right into it, though, Bitcoin. I'm not going to talk about it much, but hey, looks pretty good, eh? Looks good. But SPX, though, looks even better. It has fallen a little bit over the last hour or so, but it did go to all-time high today. And look, this is a very classic cup and handle pattern. It's now in price discovery phase. There's no saying where SPX 6900 can go. I've been talking about SPX 6900 for a very long time, since the beginning of Dirty Degens, and it's been a fabulous play. So I excited to see where it goes. Like I said, it's in price discovery phase now. So if we actually zoom out, let's just zoom out to the 3 days so we can see it better. You know, it's at all-time high, right? So there's no saying where it can go now, but who decides where it goes is the smart money, and it is the whales. And we're starting to see quite a bit of an increase in those holders. Over the past 30 days, we've seen about a 10% increase in smart money and whales. So that's a good thing, right? You want people that are just going to hold it for a long time. They think that it's got a future, and they help provide a solid base to the project. Not only that, we're also seeing the wallets just continue to go up. Now in meme coins, like, it's a little bit misconceiving when you're looking at Bitcoin, for example, and the number of holders, because it's just going to continuously go up. People split out their holdings between many wallets, etc. Right? Like, I personally hold Bitcoin in like 10 different wallets, right? That's 10 different holders technically. However, with meme coins, a lot of people hold them in one wallet. They sell all the way out. They never look back. And we're seeing a very steady rise. So we're seeing 43,700 current holders, up from like 41.8 in June. So it's good, right? Very solid technicals for SPX when you're breaking down the metrics and everything. And obviously the chart just is going insane. So there's really no saying where it can go from here. I'm expecting a very good move for SPX this year. I still think that we could see it at that $5-10 billion level. It'd be epic, but I think it can happen. What else has been going crazy, though, is Bonk. Bonk has just been killing it. I told you, don't sleep on these big caps that are slumping when the markets are down and sideways, right? That's what the big cap memes do. They just bleed out. And then when you start to see them kind of round that bottom, that's when I bid. Because these big blue chip memes, yes, I'm going to call a meme a blue chip. These big blue chip memes always tend to have another major pump. There's other ones that I'm not pulling up today, such as like Pepe or Floki. Floki's actually the biggest mover in the last 24 hours. Crazy, right? They've got all sorts of crap going on, but yeah. So you got Floki and Pepe, also another huge mover today. But that's why you can't give up on the blue chips, or you can't be like, oh, they're already so big. And, you know, what if I took a chance over here? Because you will get 100% plus returns on something like SPX or Bonk or, you know, Pepe, even Floki, if you buy at the right time. These are buy and hold type plays, right? And every true degen has some long-term degeneracy in their wallet too. But Bonk has had a lot of things going on too. Their volume obviously has been going up a ton. Also, Bonk.fun, their launch pad, has been increasing in volume and launches and everything too. So that's very good for Bonk. You know, things are just looking good. Obviously, holder increases. There's something else that I think is supposed to be happening soon. So actually, I didn't pull this up, but I just now thought of it. On this weekend, actually, Karate Combat's having the first fight in their stadium, and they just built their new stadium, and that's actually in partnership with Bonk. So it's like Bonk Stadium, I'm pretty sure. And that's pretty epic, right? So like now they're going to have this huge 2-day tournament there. And as long as that's still the case, like Bonk's everywhere, right? So that's a ton more eyes, a ton of like karate combat fights are all over UFC Fight Pass and stuff like that. I'm trying to see if I can find the post, but honestly, I just don't want to bore you. Actually, if we just do this, we can probably find it very fast here. Well, here's a post right on their website. So yeah, Karate Combat President Asim Zadi, I don't know how to say his last name, partners with Bonk to build Bonk Stadium in Miami. They're having their first tournament there this weekend. So hey, Bonk is looking fabulous. So if you're somebody that's finding it on UFC and you're like, holy crap, it's up 150% in the last month, you're gonna be like, how do I get some? Because this thing's unstoppable, right? I'm not saying that's how people should be, but it's just the way it goes. FOMO is very real. So not only that, we've got the Bonk ETF that's coming up. Look, yeah, I see Skipping Stones is saying it in chat here. I'm a big Bonk fan. You know, I don't talk about it a ton because it's a blue cap, right? It's a blue chip. It's been out forever, but it's got a lot of room it can go. So like, look right here, say it's at its current level, you know, let's just hypothetically. Is that not enough room? No. There we go. Let's just say it gets back to all-time high. So that's 57% back to all-time high. That's still a good move there. But then we can say like, Bonk's current market cap is $3 billion. Like, okay, it could go 10 billion. So then it's got another 3x to go. Hey, I'll take a 300% run on Bonk. Not going to lie. Now, also, I did want to talk about AI16Z just a smidge because it did have a good move since yesterday when I was talking about it. And also, this candle's topped out a little bit since then, though, unfortunately, but it was looking a little bit better. AI16Z was on the move. A little bit less now, though. Fartcoin, though, was on the move. And Fartcoin's a little bit interesting because Fartcoin is one of the main meme coins that got dumped in order to buy the Pump.Fund launch. And I think that's a stupid trade. And it worked out to be an incredibly stupid trade for everybody that did it. If you look at these candles here, look, it dumped the price. Let's just say it was from this candle here. And don't get me wrong, it's back up, but like you had people that sold and everything. So it dumped 15%. And today whales come back in and they buy it back up. It's up 14%. So, you know, if you got caught in the fear there, that's a little bit unfortunate because Fartcoin's basically right back towards all-time high. This is another one that like you don't sleep on. People, for whatever reason, they love the farts, right? Like kids are always going to find farts funny. I've seen plenty of dudes like farting on each other. So, you know, it may not be my thing. I'm not running around farting on people, but there's tons of people in the world that are farting on each other. And they'll buy Fartcoin. Aside from Fartcoin, though, because I don't want to talk about that anymore, I did want to talk about Chuck because Chuck is killing it right now. Chuck is on a huge run. I just removed my measurement that I wanted to talk about. They've been absolutely killing it here recently, up 23% in the last 24 hours. Fantastic. And they are 37% away from their next like resistance level. So they've got a good move that can still be made. Look at this run, though. We come down here. I've got to grab the ruler. They're already up 68% from that bottom right there after they kind of had the good run up. But if you go back even further, I mean, I was talking about Chuck over here for sure. And sure enough, if you bought the bottom like I did, you're up 170%. So, you know, there's also things coming for Chuck. They still do the burn lotteries. So I'm still big on Chuck. I'm very supportive of Chuck. Not only that, the Medicaid founder talks about Chuck too. Chuck has more promotional things that are coming out soon. I'm still not sure if I'm actually allowed to talk about it, but I'm going to be in it. So that's cool. But yeah, I'm going to check out chat quick too. Bonk is everywhere. Yeah. Mark Anthony asks, how do these meme coins value reach so high? Is it real money or partially potential? I looked at Chuck last night after the show. Well, that's due to a liquidity pool, and it's breaking that down is for a different show as to how their value like compounds into that level. But ultimately it's liquidity pool, but really meme coins are an attention economy, right? So the more it's being passed around, the more it's being talked about and everything like that, the better they tend to do. So that's how. The thing is too, you have people that buy and then they get mad at the space because like they're seeing they're losing a ton of money or whatever. And like they just walk away. They forget about it. They don't even sell, whatever. So like they're long-term holders that just add up. Or sometimes people, a lot of people like myself included, if it runs up a bit, I'll sell off a ton and I'll hold a ton. You know, I'm not going to keep it all, but I'll keep a bunch of it, the moon bag, right? So those are a ton of holders that add in, and that supply that's not moving and that nobody's thinking about and stuff like that, that adds less sell pressure and ultimately a higher price. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. But if you really want to learn how the price moves, I suggest you look into how a liquidity pool works. And yeah, then you'll really learn. Now, there was something that somebody was asking me to check out yesterday on my X account. And I think also they brought it up right at the end of stream, but I was closing out stream. And that is Doge, DJI 6930. It's a tough one to say, but it's on fire. It's on Solana. A little long period here. Huge pump up. I mean, the chart looks great, especially because like, back here, you're going to have in this like $1 million range where all this is like $1 million to like 500, 700,000 or so. Or well, no, from 0 to like 700,000 or so. You've got a lot of JEETs that are getting out. Maybe it's a CTO and all that stuff. We're going to dig into it more. I haven't looked into it yet. This is where we're gem hunting now. The big cap part of the show is over. We're on to gems. Let's see. Cameron Owen says, are there any projects that you think or thought that were dead that are showing signs of life? Well, a good recent example is actually Aura. Aura went insane, and I was able to sell a fat personal bag. I mean, nothing like insane, but like a real personal bag, like for something I forgot about, and I put like $40 in, 50, or I think I put like $140 in. Look at this. I was talking about this on Dirty Degens when it was still on Cryptos R Us Plus and Alpha First, like in this run up back here in August of 2024. That's when I was talking about. Then I talked about it still back here, and then it ran up, and I was like, all right, I think this is losing steam. Well, I never sold my personal bag, and this happened just in June. So this happened just last month. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is like an extreme example, but this is up 14,000%. So, I mean, that's a good move there. You go up to the top, you got an 18,000% move. I managed to catch it like somewhere in here, like around 150 mil, and I sold what I had. But that was crazy. But when it comes to like small cap memes, it's still a little too bit early to tell, because like you really have to get into the Telegram and check everything out, see how the team is, see how the community is. A lot of smaller meme coins especially will sometimes just pump because their base token's pumping. So if you have a really small token that's been around forever and it's at like a 500K market cap and you think it's dead or whatever, but then SWE does a 2X, now all of a sudden its market cap did like a 4X. It's largely due to SWE's value going up. The token price was so low, and the SWE balance in the liquidity pool is so heavy that it moves the market cap that much. That's where I was saying like market caps or liquidity pools are a very interesting beast. And if you really want to understand how price moves, that's what you need to learn. But I want to learn about Doji. So it was launched on PumpSwap or Pump.Fun. It's at $22 million market cap. Not too bad. It's up 20% in the last 24 hours with $2 million in volume. We've got a locked liquidity pool. Things are looking pretty good here. Heavier on the buy volume than the sell. A lot of buyers, few sellers. So that's always good. What's going on, Danny? Nice to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. It's only a month and 10 days old. I like the age for sure. Then yeah, see, like we got a good split there. Lots of votes going on. People typically push that in their X account or in their Telegram. But we can check out, oh, look, they added a KOL thing. So we're not seeing a whole lot of unrealized gains that are alarming. Now, mind you, someone can transfer their balance and stuff. These are active buying or selling wallets, but nothing really crazy. We've got this guy here at number 99 with 83K that he's still holding. He's sold over half of his tokens now, though. So not too terrifying. Not too terrifying. Other than that, what's this? KOLs. Nobody. Okay. Maybe we'll see something on there later. Let's see. In the top 40, we've got like 35% of supply. Cool. Not bad. Pretty good distribution, actually. I'm sure that this has some sex listings judging on the performance. It's probably on like Gate.io, Mexi, and LBank and stuff like that. We'll find out. But if I had to guess, that's the case. Want to check out bubble maps, though. Got to see my bubbles, how they're connected. Look at that. Cass and the Sass in the house, or Cass with Sass in the house. Bubble maps doesn't look bad. Shockingly, according to bubble maps, it's not on any exchanges yet. I don't believe that, though. Unless exchanges really aren't listing pump.fun tokens, which is not the case, but like, I don't know. The X got 3,300 followers. Hey, look, Russ follows him. That's the founder of Medicaid. Their joke is they want to flip the Dow, enter the era of the Doge. The Doge. Okay, so it's literally like an SPX play. They're just copying it, basically. I like it. It's tacky. The three-headed dog is cool. The three-headed shib. Why not? Don't gamble, hold, and manifest. You know, that's the thing. That's what happened to all these Fartcoin guys, man. They sold to buy pump.fun. Pump.fun dumps 30%. Then they go buy back in at Fartcoin for less, and they just lose their ass everywhere. Just hold, man. Don't do dumb shit. But yeah, no, I like this. This is all great. Very attention getting, very SPX-esque. Not quite all the way there, though. I guess we'll see on the website if it really is. Flipping the Dow Jones, Solana. I don't think I want to play that. I'm not going to play that. That's scary. I got to know what the button does, though. Oh, nice. That's cool. Oh, that can't play, though. Gonna get my video taken down. Degenerate's Guide to Total. I'm not reading all that. TLDR, please. Oh God, way too much text. But you should see SPX 6900's website. This is nothing. Conviction beats belief. This graph is still loading. But what if we flip the Dow? Okay. These numbers aren't real, I don't think, or it's pulling like really old data because it's up huge last 24 hours. So I don't know what this data is pulling, or I guess it could be pulling at 6 p.m., which some charts do consider the daily close, 6 p.m. Central Time. So maybe, but I don't know. Weird. Still cool, I guess. Whatever. I like this though. All right, this is all silly. Doesn't matter. There's a lot of nonsense in here and words I'm not going to read. I like it though. I think it could do well. You know what? I do want to check though. Let's see here. Let me switch over here while I try to figure out. Hope you guys are all having a great night though. Having a really busy day myself, but I had to get on here and stream. It's been a really busy week actually. But if you guys are tuning in for the first time, my name is Josh and I am the filthiest degenerate on the internet that you could meet, except I wash my hair. But yeah, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I go live numerous times a week, and I try to go live more often than I don't. I've also got a Telegram channel down there that you can join so that you can stay up to date on when I do. Here we go. I think I found it. So now I can stop stalling. It's hard to stall and research what you're trying to remember. Okay, this looks great. I'm also trying to find the, let's see. Man, I saw some crazy stuff. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not going to read into it or anything like that. But Orangey, who's a big meme coin influencer, apparently his platform Nova is like rugging people, straight up rugging people, and he's leaving the country. I thought that was pretty wild. Pretty wild indeed. Let's see. I think this is what I'm looking for. Okay. Let me make sure it is first. I've got it bookmarked on my other computer, but keyword other. Yeah, this isn't the right thing I'm looking at, but it looks like it's not bundled. I don't want to bore you guys and have you guys asking questions so on how to read all of this. We'll save that for another stream. But anyways, going back to Doji, Doji. I like this. I do like this. I'll show the bundle checker tomorrow. I'm going to find the one that I actually am paying for, and I'll show that because it's way better. That one was really confusing, but it's not bundled, so that's good. There's other ways to check on chain, but it's a lot more tedious and everything. I like this though. It's also in price discovery phase. I like the theme of it, the whole flip the DAO. Right, we got the SPX. You know, it's a derivative, but hey, it's not a freaking Pepe derivative or something stupid like that. Another Popcat derivative. Like I saw Poop Cat the other day. No, thank you. So I'm a fan with. I'm down with the Doge. Down with the Doge. I also wanted to check out Sui. So I want to go through some of these coins here on Sui, see if we can find any gems in the rough. But also, since we talked about Fartcoin tonight, we also had somebody on one of my posts yesterday. They wanted me to look at Fartcoin on Sui, and I figured, why not? And, you know, it's got a pretty good chart, actually. Again, full blown derivative. Not a huge fan of that. Not a huge fan at all, but really heavy buy pressure. About equal sell pressure, though. But it did have a good dump today. But I mean, the move is still ridiculous. It went up over 10x. So the move is very, if we go down here to the top, it went up 1300%. So huge move. It's expected to take a little bit of a breather, but let's go through it and check it out. Why not? Camera wall, we are so back, baby. You're not wrong. We are so back. It's meme season. It's time to get degenerate, time to start hunting out these micro caps and just get filthy with it. That's what I'm here for. Well, Mark Anthony says Soul Say and Sui are all solid, are all hot projects. Indeed. You know, the thing is I don't like to go meme coin hunting on Solana anymore because it's just so many out there, like so many launching every moment that it's just a lot harder to really like just kind of hunt casually like we do on stream here for one, without like really digging into X and like hunting that way and stuff. That would bore you guys because it's mostly reading then. But you know, tonight I've got Sui, Say, and actually Cardano pulled up. But we talked about memes on Solana too. So yeah, I agree. I agree. The triple S is hot, but Fartcoin on Sui has also been pretty hot recently. They were trending on Phantom and Dex Screener. That's cool. That post got 14,000 views, but it's from a month ago, literally a month ago, June 16th. It's July 16th. They're doing some boring posts here, just like text, tagging a bunch of just like different Fartcoin accounts, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's cool. The fart cycle update. That's why. Okay, I get it. Okay, post. I mean, they're posting. I think that they could be doing better posts. I don't know what all you can really do as a fart, but I feel like they could be doing better posts. But what those are, I'm not here to say. Good engagement on them though, honestly, not terrible at all. Let's see the website. Hey, alt season market cap has just total market cap minus altcoins actually just broke a resistance. So that's a really good sign. You got ETH above 3,300. This website doesn't want to work. Let's see how many people are in the Telegram though, eh? 673 members. That's not bad. Let's see if the website will load again. I called that bonk move. You're welcome. I hope you got in. You know, I pay attention to these big blue chips because they're like still memes, but at the same time they move very predictably. So it's a lot easier. Let's see. Skipping Stone says been degenerate, just need to be profitable. Amen, bro. Amen. Their website's not working. I'll try it on from here and see, but I'm assuming that their website's just like down. It's just down. All right. Well, it's a derivative of Fartcoin. The meme space on Sui currently is not all that big, so it could be worthwhile to check out. Also, you know, speaking of other things that I called and I've talked to you guys about over and over again, Sui AI, ticker SUAI. I told you guys when it was down at like $1 million market cap, like, hey, this is where I'm buying it. It's fallen. It's the only AI agent play on Sui. And I think it's a good buy. Look, it was down here at 900K, 800K, and I'm making videos saying you can't ignore these AI plays. And it's up over 100% since then, up 31% in the last 24 hours. I'm telling you, man, telling you. I'm trying to tell you, anyways. But the Sui meme ecosystem is not all that big yet. I'm kind of losing faith on Axel. I feel like maybe they'll do all right. Maybe they won't. It seems like the team kind of gave up at one point, but I think I was seeing that now they kind of came back. I don't know. It's weird, but I need to dig into that a little bit more. But we don't need to dig into it because we already know. How about we check out a liquid meme moving through Sui? This is 2 months old at a $200,000 market cap, but it is up 20%, 30% on Cetus, 20% on Turbo. Their LP must be way smaller over here on Cetus. 32K. Yeah, it's half the size on Cetus. So arbitrage opportunity right there, maybe. No? Maybe. Yeah, there might be an arbitrage opportunity. No. Yeah, there is an arbitrage opportunity there. Interesting. I was looking at the wrong one. But if we go over to here, I don't like the chart. I don't like the chart, but it is 2 months old. Can't really see a whole lot on information here, but we can check out the website and the Twitter. I mean, I don't like the name really either. Wet, a liquid meme moving through Sui. It's like too many words. It's a mouthful. How do you market that? We're just a liquid meme, like a slippery little meme from the lake. Yeah, I'm not a fan. My mind could be changed, but also their posts are not doing so hot. I mean, they've had 354 transactions, really small volume though. These buy. Oh, that's what it is. They've got a market maker, or they just got a volume bot set up. That's why the transaction count is so high, but the volume number is so low. Ooh, that's crazy. But let's check out the website. I guess may as well since we're here. May as well if it wants to load. The website's wetcoin.fun. That's scary. All right, it's not going to work. Well, this is not a it's not a buy for me. ADA. Yeah, ADA and Sui. It's up 32% today. It's at 170K market cap. Let's see what it's about. It's got obviously going to be something AI for sure. Oh God. Nope. Don't like it. Not even going to look at it. I should have known by the 6 months old thing. All right, let's see. We got Shark Coin. It's 13 days old. It has 72K market cap. That's enough with the butt jokes, I guess. Hadel, that's already at 49 mil. I mean, I don't know what this actually is. Is this a meme? Yeah, no, it's a DApp. I'm just not familiar with it. To stake and earn. Well, I'm going to ignore that one for now. Agent S, we've talked about before. This has been around a long time. It's up decent, and it's actually up pretty good over the last 7 days too, but it's kind of like forgotten about. HSWE is a little bit interesting because this is one of the first memes ever to launch on SWE. Yeah, this one's been doing really bad for a long time. Yeah. Well, I guess it had some good movements in there, but can it? I mean, hey, let's see how the Twitter's looking. This might be something to take a risk on. Still active on Twitter. Not like getting crazy engagement, but they're still active there. That's good. You know what? This might actually be one that I throw some at and hope to catch a nice little pump here. If it can go from, if I can get a good 5x out of this, that'd be pretty cool. I'd take that. But this is one of the oldest meme coins on SWE. I actually have one of their hats from this first SWE base camp I went to in like 2023, I think. So pretty cool. Or no, it's 2024. But I met the team and everything. I don't know if those guys are still involved with it or what. Yeah, no idea. This would go back to the question that was asked earlier. Are there any like memes that you thought were dead that are coming back? This would be one of those projects that could potentially come back. And I mean, let's zoom in here. Oof, not that much. How much is it already up? It's already up 122%. But it could very well go much, much higher. You know, it had a crazy bounce there. So if we just look what it goes from here, if it bounces like that again, that's another 120% there, right? Not saying it has to bounce that high. It could bounce much higher. SWE's on fire. That's why it's a good play, in my opinion. But that's that. Let's see what else there is. Lofi. Can't really go wrong with Lofi. Don't need to talk about it. This SWE agent, so I would stay away from. I was looking into it because I'm like, whoa, another SWE AI agent platform. Yeah, there's something super sketch going on there. I would avoid that. Uni, I'm not really too interested in. Psyduck Pokeverse, we've checked that out before. I think that, I'm good. AAA cap, 1.1 million. Something a little funky going on there. Let's see what's new stuff there is. Table cap, 95K market cap, 54K in volume. Do they have anything paid for? They don't have anything paid for here. Can't really look into them. I don't want to search all over the place. A fake Lofi, 4 hours old. Oh wait, no, they just launched another liquidity pool. That's an AI thing. Another AI thing. Gigabonk. That's like a double derivative. I don't like that. VO3, we've already looked at. DeLorean, obviously good. Boombots AI, got another AI play. Fartcoin, we already talked about. Sweemon. Wow, not a whole lot of launches going on. All right, well, that wraps up SWE. We can give up on SWE. Not give up, but we can stop looking at SWE. Because I also want to check out Say. Say's also been on freaking just crazy, killing it. Let's pull it up. Look at that move. Crazy. I was buying it back here. Crazy move. Got 200% move there. Bang. But it's been on fire. Ecosystem's been starting to pick up quite a bit. So I want to pay more attention to the Say ecosystem. And I figured what better way to do it than to check it out together. No. Say Baka? No, I've got PTSD from the last Baka token I bought. Cass. All right. Screw it. Let's check out Say Baka. Got a 25% move nearly in the last 24 hours. Chart looks crazy. Okay, volume. Good transactions. Good transaction numbers here. We've got some in the hundreds. We've got some casual buys, some casual sells. Just making transactions happen. Good to see. Website. Buy that. I feel like that's a bad idea. Like the ticker's SBC. I feel like this is bad because like if you put that in, it's still a ticker. And you got to figure like crypto native people or people with common sense are not your market typically. So yeah, that's a bad move. Yeah, fair launch. Okay. The website gives me a headache, but that's usually a good meme coin website. All right. Account is from October of 2024. However, Say Baka is from April of this year. So it is a reused account. Got 1,500 followers, though. Not really posting a whole lot. Okay engagement on their posts. Feel like it's a little low effort currently. Let's see how they're. You got 440 people in their Telegram, though. So, Say Baka. Could it keep going? Let's see. What's the noise like? Someone else named Josh is talking about it. Not a whole lot of active posts on it that are using the hashtag though. Like it doesn't take long to get to like 8 hours, 10 hours ago. Like it's a few posts, and I think these top ones aren't even about it. So like yeah, that's a problem. Like this isn't about it. This isn't about it. This might not be about it. This is about it. Then we get into some that are. This definitely is not. So like not a whole lot of noise going on. So get the community a bit more engaged. But hey, if you can, there's a good little pump potential there for sure over there on Say. But it might also be just played out already. Sayan, we've talked about before. APO doesn't really sound like a meme coin. If it is, it's a really bad one. Bullion X Herd. Another Say Baka, Say Pepe, not interested. Booble. It's a 20K market cap, 11 months old. Ugh, no thanks. The meme space on Say needs a lot of help. Poo Poo the Cat up 4%. It's a year old though. Ugh. Let's look at newer ones. Spirit Bomb, 24K market cap, down 53%. Say Baka is really the performer here. Got Say Less, that's a month old. So not a whole lot of action happening over there on Say currently. This Say Baka though, that could be promising. I might buy some. I'm gonna buy some Say Baka. Maybe I'll throw like a long night bar tab at it, like a good like $80. See what happens. Other than that, I wanted to check out Cardano. I don't know how much has really been happening over on Cardano. I know that Baby Snack has been doing great. They've had some solid moves recently. Also, their YouTube account just hit like 15,000 subscribers. They also just hit like 15 million views on their shorts. Keep in mind, these are like animated shorts, right? It's not like what I'm doing. They don't have 15 million views doing that, but they do have 15 million views with like cartoon shorts and stuff like that. So that's cool. But Baby Snack at 4 million market cap, not bad. They've been slowly grinding back up. I'm still bullish on them. It's really ultimately just that, like Cardano, Cardano slow. It takes a while for stuff on Cardano to move. But hey, from this bottom here, they fell down to like 1.5 million. They're up over 2x. Can't really complain. They've got positive developments all over the place. We're not going to focus on Baby Snack, but still love them. New memes on Cardano, though, not a whole lot happening. Not a whole lot at all. Last 24 hours, roll. I don't know what roll is. I guess let's look. I'm more curious on what it is. It's probably not a meme. It's a liquidity farming. Oh, yeah, it's a, okay, yeah, so SocialFi. Yeah. The arena is lucky it's doing well on Cardano. I don't think SocialFi, or on Avalanche, I don't think that SocialFi on Cardano is going to do well anytime soon. Anytime soon at all. But I do appreciate all of you guys tuning in. I am going to wrap it up for the night because it's been like 45 minutes. Yeah, it's been 40 minutes, but I've got to run, have dinner, do all the fun stuff. I've got some errands to do too. So yeah, you will be able to catch me though, again, going live tomorrow, not only here, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Time, I will be live on the Medicaid channel. I will share that link in my Telegram once I have it. I'll also post it on X and everything too. I'm going to go from the Medicaid stream into a Dirty Degen stream. I hope you guys can join me over there. Join me here. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Peace.